going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about Airbnb, the Airbnb IPO. Am I buying Airbnb stock? I also want to go over some details about the company, some details about the IPO itself, and later towards the end of the video, we're going to be talking about some risk factors around Airbnb, because let me tell you, there are some risks with this company that you got to know about if you're looking to buy into the stock on IPO date. So if you all find value, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to claim your 4 free stocks from WeBull down below, which, by the way, does run out here in the next couple of days. So Airbnb, guys, this is the biggest competitor to the traditional hotel business model. And let me tell you, they've been stealing millions upon millions upon millions of dollars of business from hotels, and they've been growing a ton over the past couple of years as a private business. And now on the 10th of this month, December 10th, in 2 days, they're looking to go public, right? And before we talk about the IPO itself, details about the IPO, let's talk about Airbnb very quickly so you guys can understand how big and how global this company really is. So according to Airbnb data, there are 2.9 million hosts on Airbnb worldwide in 2020. 14,000 new hosts are joining the platform each and every month in 2020. There are over 7 million listings on Airbnb worldwide in 2020. 7 million, guys. Can you fathom that number? Well, it's 7 million, right? There are 100,000 cities with active Airbnb listings in 2020, and there are 220 countries and regions with active Airbnb listings in 2020. So needless to say, this is a global company. It's not just in the United States. It's not just in Europe. It is all around the world, right? And it's about time they're going public. There's a reason why a lot of people are excited to get their hands on Airbnb stock, guys, because it's a global company. There's a lot of potential and there's a lot of growth in the future. But again, stay towards the end of the video because we're going to talk about some risks here that might hurt that growth in the next coming months, in the next 1 to 2 years. So let's talk about some details about the IPO itself. Airbnb expects to offer shares for its IPO at a range between $56 and $60 per share, underscoring demand for new U.S. stocks according to the S-1A filing that came out on Monday. And guys, take a look at that SEC document about Airbnb, the IPO, details about the company, the risk factors. I'm telling you, it's a long document. I didn't even read all of it, but there's a lot of info there that you guys should probably sift through, and I'm definitely going to look more into that, into the IPO date. And they said they're going to do offerings, share offerings between $56 and $60 per share, and it originally previously planned to sell the shares for $44 to $50 each. So they actually bumped it up again from 44 to 50 to 56 to 60. And ABNB is the ticker symbol, by the way, guys. Ticker symbol ABNB. I believe it's going to be under the NASDAQ exchange. And they actually intend to sell 50 million shares via the public offering scheduled for Thursday, again, the 10th of December. At the top of the end of the new range, which is at $60, it would value the price, or actually it would raise up to $3 billion. That would set the value, the diluted valuation of Airbnb of $42 billion, which includes securities like options and restricted stock units. So pretty much if they're able to open up, let's say at $60, they sell 50 million shares, they're going to be IPO'd. The value is going to be $42 billion, which you could argue that is not that much for Airbnb, quite honestly. And you have to understand, what if we weren't in the current circumstances we're in with the CV, the crisis, people aren't traveling as much? Do you think it'd be more? Do you think their IPO would be valued at maybe, instead of 40 billion, maybe 75 billion, 100 billion? If we were in normal circumstances, I probably would think yes, right? Let me know your thoughts down below. I think it would be worth more under normal circumstances, but hey, we'll see how it ends up going down in the market on Thursday. It's going to be volatile, let's say that, that's to say the least, right? It's going to be very volatile up and down. It's going to be gaining billions, losing billions of dollars in market cap, as it's going to be moving up and down like crazy. So let me know your thoughts down below. And when it comes to me buying Airbnb, I'm not going to lie, this is definitely a company I want to be a part of, but I'm a bit skeptical just due to the time period we're in right now, with risk factors like the CV still at large, right? And we don't know when this V shot is going to come. I mean, we understand when it's going to come in the next couple of months, but we don't really know how the public is going to take it, right? In terms of, okay, is consumer confidence going to come back? Are people going to want to travel? Because duh, guys, Airbnb is relying on travel, and the travel industry is decimated right now. People aren't traveling as much as they were a year ago. People aren't staying at Airbnbs as much as they were a year ago. I mean, they even said it in that SEC filing. Their growth is slowing down. I mean, their growth is slowing down compared to other years, and they don't think, and they don't even know if the growth will get back to what it was a couple years ago. So you guys have to understand the travel industry is crushed right now, which is one of the biggest risk factors. But going back to me buying, I'm probably going to nibble in an initial position. The way I'm looking at this is, okay, $40 to $50 billion is what the IPO is going to be worth. I wouldn't mind adding maybe 10% of my goal position on IPO day, right? Because again, I want to be a part of Airbnb, although I understand there's a lot of risks and there's going to be volatility in this time period that we're in, but I still want to get my feet wet. So I'll probably add a little bit on IPO and watch it for the upcoming days/weeks and add more. That's known as dollar cost averaging, right, guys? You don't have to dump in your entire account on the first day. You can add a little bit. Then if it goes up, so what? You add a little bit more. If it goes down, even better. You can double up, add a little bit more than you would have if it went up, right? That's the beauty of dollar cost averaging and having that pile of cash, which I look at as a pile of opportunities, right? So Airbnb, I'll probably buy a little bit, not too heavy, because again, there's a lot of risks here. And going deeper into the risks here, guys, which if you stayed till the end of the video, here you go. These are some risks involved. The travel industry is disrupted right now. Less people are traveling. And one thing here that you guys have to understand on top of that is we might see a big snapback, right? In terms of snapback, I mean, once the V-shot comes, if everything goes well, hopefully it does, right? If everything goes well, we're going to see more traveling. There's a lot of pent-up demand. A lot of people want to get out, travel, go to Airbnbs here, there. And me personally, guys, I mean, I have an Airbnb booked for this upcoming summer. I'm going to France. I'm going to Italy. So, yeah, I guess I fit in that pent-up demand category, and there's going to be a snapback. But the question is, when is that going to happen, right? When is that going to happen? It might not take for a couple of months. It might take a couple of months. It might take a year. It might take a year and a half, 2 years. Who knows? That is one of the biggest risks. And any further and continued, this is straight from that SEC document. And by the way, I'll just link it down below for you guys to check it out. Any further and continued decline or disruption in the travel and hospitality industries or economic downturn would materially adversely affect our business, results of operations, and financial conditions. Hosts, lists, and guests search for stays and experience on our platform in more than 220 countries and regions, which we talked about before, and in approximately 100,000 cities throughout the world. There are national, state, local, and foreign laws and regulations and jurisdictions that relate to or affect our business. That's another big thing. Not just the traveling aspect, but the regulatory aspect, right? A lot of these foreign countries, foreign jurisdictions, foreign regions, they have different regulations, right? And who knows, they can crack down on Airbnb. Airbnb's taking business from hotels. Some countries, regions might not like that. And who knows, they can crack down and kick Airbnb out. So that's another big risks, and the laws and regulations of each jurisdiction in which we operate are distinct and may result in inconsistent or ambiguous interpretations among local, regional, or national laws or regulations applicable to our business. So those are some risks: travel, regulations, and when it comes down to losses or profits, well, Airbnb is not making a profit. And another risk that we saw on the SEC document is they might never make a profit. That's what they said. They might never achieve profitability. And a lot of companies just say that because they have to say that. It is a risk for literally every company, and they probably will achieve profitability eventually, but at this point, they're not. They're actually losing a ton of money. In 2020, the first 9 months, guess how much they lost? They lost $700 million, almost $700 million. So when a company is losing that much money, you have to ask yourself, do they have cash on the balance sheet? Do they have cash on the balance sheet to cover these losses? And in this case, they do. They have about $2.6 billion in cash and cash equivalents. So if they're losing $700 million a quarter, or not a quarter, a year, with $2.6 billion in cash on the balance sheet, that would last them a couple years, right? And I believe, and I'm sure you can agree, Airbnb could raise capital like that very easily. So even if they run out of cash, they should be able to raise $1 billion, $1.5 billion, who knows, and take care of those losses. But overall, that's it for this video, guys. The IPO is coming on the 10th. Ticker symbol ABNB on the NASDAQ exchange. I'm probably going to buy a little bit, but not too heavy because there's a lot of risks, and I'd love to know what you guys are doing down below in the comments. But overall, in the next coming years, I think Airbnb is going to be a bigger company. I think it could be hundreds of billions of dollars of market cap at some point in the future, and I'd love to know your thoughts down below. And again, let me know in the comments, are you buying? Are you not? What do you think about Airbnb? And if you all enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to claim your 4 free stocks from WeBull, which does run out in the next couple of days, and those stocks are valued up to $1,600. So I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching as always. Stay safe out there, guys. Peace out.